Hi, everybody. It's Duncan and Dave here again.
Hello.
And today we're looking at a game called Barotrauma. It's a game co-developed by Undertow Games and Fake Fish. Dave, what are your first thoughts on this game?
Well, first of all, I'm glad that we both got a chance to play this game this time
Yeah.
because we can sort of share in our experiences. But no, this is a cool game. I know there are other games out there like this that exist, but this is kind of my first experience with a game like this. I did play a little bit of Fallout Shelter, but I kind of had a good time with this game. It was fun.
This for me was kind of like a almost more of a first-person type of version of FTL. I'm not sure if you ever played FTL, but it was more like a sensory deprivation version of FTL.
You mean like a 2D third person?
Yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
one.
No, it's cool, and I mean, in Barotrauma, you take control of one of five different classes of character that all have different roles and objectives that they perform on this submarine. It's also important to note that this is a submarine that is patrolling the ocean depths of
Europa,
Europa, which
Yeah.
is one of
a moon of
Jupiter,
I
yeah.
believe.
So it's actually a really cool setting. Obviously, they could have easily put this on Earth, but they decided to put it on an alien planet, and that means that you're going to be fighting sort of different alien monsters like mud raptors, as you see on screen here. So different roles you can take control of are a security officer, which you're seeing now. You can also do a mechanic. You can be an engineer, a medic, or a captain.
Yeah, yeah. How was your first experience with a mud raptor?
It wa- it went down pretty easy. They do move pretty quick, but if you do your job correctly and don't run into anything, then mud raptors can actually get on your ship.
I had a mud raptor in my pants after I dealt with the first one. It was pretty scary.
Well, I would be the guy who would shoot the harpoon into your crotch if that was the case.
It's a
But
terrible thing to say.
a lot of different things they actually do to man the ship. As you're seeing here on screen, you do have to operate things like, in this case, if you're an engineer, a nuclear reactor, which is pretty cool. It's this little kind of puzzle where you have to balance things like fission rates and turbine output to make sure that you get the correct sort of rate of output, and then you can put things on autopilot. But there's always that initial sort of startup that you have to do.
There was quite a long tutorial in this, and I actually appreciated it. I felt like I was being taught enough.
Yeah, I think the tutorial, it took me about a little over an hour to get through because there's a tutorial for each one of the crew members that it's highly recommended you go through. And it's fun and it's cool because each one of the responsibilities or little things that you can do as each one of the classes, they're all different, and you need to take your time and really learn what their roles and responsibilities are.
I had a lot of fun with this game. I did feel a little bit underprepared. I didn't think once I got into the campaign mode, I did not think it would be as hard as it was.
Yeah, I mean, you really need to take your time and understand the different things that you need to do. And I think what most people are going to play as in this game is the captain. So in the captain's role, you're going to be commanding the other crew members on your ship and telling them what to do, fix leaks, fix pumps, power up reactors, whatever it might be. But when you're the captain, you're also going to have the arduous task of actually piloting the submarine.
It was so hard to pilot.
Yeah.
It was really difficult for me. I did hit a number of objects, especially when we were playing co-op, because this is a co-op game.
Yeah.
And when we were playing co-op, maybe being a pilot isn't for me.
Yeah, no, I found it really difficult too. What you're seeing here is just sort of the pre-mission screen where you can buy different supplies. But as you can see now, we're taking control of the captain and looking through the periscope and getting your bearings. But when you are actually piloting the ship, the submarine, all you really have to rely on is sonar. And I guess that's what it's actually like in a true submarine. But once you actually undock your ship and get going, it's really tough to move around.
Yeah, it was kind of tough, but they do kind of give you a lot of on-screen prompts and to show you exactly what's happening with your ship, and it makes it a lot easier. You can only imagine what it's like to pilot this thing blind, right? Like, it's got to be pretty difficult.
Yeah, it did kind of give me an appreciation. I know this isn't a sim game. It's actually pretty silly. All the characters that you control are They do have sort of ragdoll physics,
which is like, I love Ragdoll.
and this game is as serious and gloomy as it can seem, being a submarine on an alien planet. It is actually really silly. I think we were playing together earlier, and I actually found a clown costume
Yep.
and an acoustic guitar that I could actually play.
I appreciated you strumming that. That was great.
As the ship was sinking.
As we were being boarded by mud raptors.
Yeah. Duncan mentioned, you mentioned something quickly, but the party piece for this game is the co-op mode. So you can play through the campaign and use computer-controlled bots, but the real true way to play this game is cooperative with other friends. So you can actually play co-op with up to 16 people, so
Wow.
15 other co-op players.
Wow.
And they're all playing their different roles as different crew members on the ship. And as things get a little bit more hectic, everybody's going to have to come together to make sure that, you know, they're fixing things or healing others or.
Yeah, we did not do that.
No, it was just the two of us. And as the ship was drowning, I was playing songs, and then a mud raptor killed me. So.
He was basically Nero.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I mean, this is a game that is going into early access. I believe it's sometime next week. We played it on PC, and it was a lot of fun. So
It was really cool. It was different. I've never played a submarine sim. I've never played any games really with submarines, especially from this level of detail. You know, you have to watch your ballast tanks. You can only go. You have to monitor your depth. If you go too deep, your ship will just crumple, which is something that I never really thought about until now.
Yeah.
But it was pretty scary and you know, really interesting.
Yeah, so I mean, it's same thing for me. I said it off the top, but it was a very different game for me to play. I know you compared it to Faster Than Light. I think if you liked games like that, which I am somewhat familiar with, then this is something that you want to check out. But yeah, again, so this will come out in early access next week. I do have a written piece coming out on this game, which will come out the same day as this, so if you want a little bit more detail. Otherwise, please make sure that you check back handsomephantom.com, where we have written content 5 days a week. Make sure to hit subscribe and like on this video and leave a comment if you like. But yeah, thanks for trying out the game. I had a lot of fun with it, and thanks for joining me on this video.
Yeah, I channeled my inner hunt for Red October.
You didn't make a Seaman joke.
I didn't, but I did do my Sean Connery impression.
Thanks, Duncan.
Thanks, guys.